Welcome to the Freud's Angels weekly reading, bringing the collective guidance and understanding for this week's energy.
Remember, never give your power up to a reader or a reading. You always have the power of autonomy.
Hey, angels, welcome to your weekly reading. We are reading from Sunday the 12th through Saturday the 18th. So, y'all, on Monday, if you could send me some positive vibes, that would be great. I'm finally getting my back procedure. I'm so excited. I'm so ready for this to be over. And not over, but just to bring stability and healing to it, because it's caused me a lot of anxiety. It's nothing like a spinal fracture to send you into like, I shouldn't lift things, and I do it anyways.
You think? Yeah.
Right. Oh my gosh. Okay, Vanessa, what are the mermaids saying?
Well,
she's like, well.
So yeah, because we're recording these like ahead of time, the way that all of the cards came out were like very triggering for me personally, but then I had to, take a breath and be like, okay, let's get into collective energy and think about, or not think about, but just receive the message, not personally. You can do the personal thing later. So the card that came out was the turn away card, and it came out reversed when I got it. And some people read reversals differently, and I feel like, and some people don't read them at all. Like they just are like, hey, the card's upside down. But to me, I feel like it's sometimes different. Sometimes it's about a delay, and sometimes it is about, don't do this. Like it's a very strong message, like that this is not what you're supposed to do. Today, when I got it, I definitely felt the more of the latter of being like, what is turn away energy isn't necessarily cut off energy. It isn't necessarily turn your back on people, places, things, right? It's more like redirect your attention. Like stop staring at that. Stop running at that. Stop focusing on that, whatever that is. So when it came out, personally attacked, and I was like, leave me alone. And then I was like, no, that's actually a really great message. And I think a lot of us right now collectively can use this message because there is a lot of attacking each other going on. And that's not helpful, right? So sometimes we do have to learn how, well, I almost just used the next card because I'm telling you, like this spread came out and I was like, okay, we're just doing all this together in succession. But, learning how to focus on the right thing, like turning away from the thing that feels like it's the easy bait is like such a powerful thing to do. And I do this in sessions with people all the time, especially with my couples, where like we're talking about surface level bullshit and they're fighting about this one thing that happened. And I'm like, listen, we got to stop focusing on the surface level event, and we've got to start looking at the feelings underneath it, the lack of connectivity, because we're just going to fight surface level the entire time and try to control each other. And that's not what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be remembering our connectivity, remembering what's really, really important is that attachment and connection to each other. So I feel like that's what this card came out to tell us is, and again, like collectively, a lot of us are having difficulty with what's going on in the world and fighting with each other about it. And it's not to say that we shouldn't be voicing, but I feel like our focus isn't in the right place, right? We're focusing on the surface level bullshit. We're focusing on the control tactics, and we're not remembering what's really important, which is each other, which is community, which is connectivity, which is humanness, right? So that I feel like is what the card came out today to say is like the turning away energy is about not focusing on the thing that is very unhelpful. And I don't want to use the word wrong because it's not wrong, right? Everything happens in a way that can get our attention, but we're having to shift our attention to the important thing once our attention is gotten, and personally for me, fuck this card because like to me, I'm very cut off energy when I get upset I just need to know what's going on so I can move on. And it's like, girl, you don't even need to do that because first of all, you're not going to do it. Right? Like I am very not turn away. I don't do that. That's not what I do. You have to really, really do something to me for me to use that energy, right? It has to be the most protective energy that I've ever had because I don't like that. That's not who I am. I do focus on, like in the last reading, love and leading with love and understanding people and letting them be and just kind of placing them in a different part of my life if that's what they need to do. But my emotions sometimes get in the way, and my emotions have been in the way lately of me focusing on, things that are not helpful. So hooray for that. Anyway, what are we surrendering that's also going to be triggering?
Oh my God. So procrastination. We're surrendering procrastination again. And I feel this will all make sense.
Yeah.
So now is the time to jump on a goal you've been, instead of putting it off. Taking action will attract success, right? So we're on the heels of last week's Aries full moon, which was potent. And I'm sure we're all going to feel it for the next week, even though they say 3 days before and after. But I'm like, no, things like that linger for a long time. And then let me talk about our numerology card, which is going to make Vanessa laugh her ass off. So the numerology card was number 6, and it was about love. Love. We had self-love last week. It's love this week. Like, let's just have a love fest. This card indicates a need to see the world through eyes of love. We just said that last week. And to remember at all times that only love is real. When you look beyond the illusion to see the beauty in the world, you align yourself with source and the intentions of your soul, because you attract what you are when you see through the eyes of love. That's what will surround you in all areas of your life. So here's the progression. Like this feels very much like step A, B, and C in this moment. Like, you have your turn away card, and turning away from the things that that take your focus outward, right? That don't serve you, right? Turning away from the things that are keeping you stuck, that keep you here, that keep you in that cycle, that keep you not reaching your goals or finding whatever it is. It's about, it's about, coming into that love and that sense of like recalibrating your energy, coming back. And through that, you can surrender that procrastination and move forward, right? There's this trajectory. Now you can see it any way you want. You can interpret your own cards. So this is absolutely yours to interpret. But, when we think about procrastination, it's because we don't believe in something.
Or we're stubborn as hell.
Yeah.
Which is what I was sitting here going, well, because you're stubborn and you don't want to look in a different direction. Oh, cool. Fun.
Yes. And it's like the Aries full moon that we just experienced. It's time. It's time. Like, just step into the idea of what I have in my heart and in the love that I feel is worthy of being in the world. In whatever way that is. Whether you just love things, like I have squirrels and bunnies and chipmunks and birds I feed. And that to me is my way of showing love to the world, of connecting to the world. I have trees that I love. It doesn't have to be grand overtures of just expression of it. It's about sitting in that sense of love, and the fact that, there are these micro moments that I have that I see that everything is always cared for in nature. Everything has its cycles. Yes, you have prey, you have predator. Yes, you have death, you have decay, you have rebirth, you have flourish, it's part of the cycles. And we go through those cycles. And so you're going to go through cycles where you're blossoming and you're growing, and you're all of a sudden you're in this inspiration phase. And then you're going to go into summer where you're the brightest and you love it. And then you're going to start to go into fall when things are starting to shift. You're letting go. You're turning away from the things that you have found distraction in over the course of the summer, and you're going inward. And it's that cycle, and staying in our cycles. And when we're procrastinating in a cycle, there's information there. So you may want to go inquire why there's procrastination, because whether it could be stubbornness, it could be ADHD, it could be a lot of things.
Fear.
Anxiety, but that's all information for you to be able to support you in the best way possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Vanessa's looking at me with this like half, like this, like, shut up. She's like,
No, I'm just in here going, I don't, I mean, it happens all the time. I mean, it happens in sessions. Like my first session of this week hit me right over the head with what's going on in my own life. And I was like, Jesus Christ, can you just give me an hour? Like, give me one fun one first. Don't just, Lord have mercy. And I was just like, well, I guess this is how we're doing it. You will process this, Vanessa, like, and you'll do it for your clients, right? Like, and that's how the universe gets my attention, is that I will do anything for them. But then I can't deny it for myself because I did it. So yeah, so I'm just processing, because I really feel this. I mean, I know that we're recording this after the full moon. I mean, before the full moon, but I am feeling that very big. Like, I am very excited about my full moon burn this time. The last one was very potent. I mean, very, very much. And I felt amazing after I did it. So I'm like, okay, like, you can do this again. You can harness that again. And all of these things are part of it, because we don't have to know the whole path forward, right? Like, I think that that's why I get stubborn, and that's why it's really hard for me to turn focus, is because I feel like if I do that, I'll lose the thing, whatever the thing is, or I'll, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to get what I want, right? Like, if I don't fucking stare at it,
obsess over it
and hold it, right? And just be like, man, that is not how it has ever worked, actually. Like, just focus on what you feel and what you internally need and want, and yourself, and just kind of trusting all the rest of it. Okay. And then I'll light it on fire tomorrow.
Yeah.
That won't make me happy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's a lot about trust. Our money card this week: my ideal client finds me and works with me with ease.
Yes.
I'm holding this one. I am tattooing this on my freaking forehead or back of my eyelid so I can read this all the time.
Yeah. This is one of the ones that's really easy for me, because I'm like, oh my God, there's finally a card that I feel like I'm doing great with. Right? All the time. I'm like, yeah, only bring me those ones. And they just keep coming. And I'm like, hell yeah.
Yes. And it's funny because this is coming up in this week, because the week that this comes out, that is the second to last week of the Sacred Body Path. And so this Saturday, which is what, the 18th, is that we're reading. Yeah, the 18th is the second to last class. It was the last class, but then the Spirit slid in with a bonus module. And so by now I have been saying this out loud. Part of me is like, don't say it out loud, because you'll have to commit. It's like, I'm like, ugh. So you'll have seen me post about it. And so I am taking the Sacred Body Path and making it your Sacred Body Path, which means you are not required to have to go through the Hollow Bone in order to take this. This is a standalone course. This is just through me. It is not through Hollow Bone. And it is the beginning of the process of this course. And this, it's like when you were saying about having clients that are just, you're processing because things show up, because your energy is in that space. So the things that show up are going to be of that energy. I swear, I was telling the girls yesterday, I said, look, I am facilitating this. Spirit is coming hot through me with these messages and these wisdom. But man, I tell you what, I am not immune from the effects of this. Even though I don't have a meditation where I get to sit and visually and work through it, I'm just listening to Spirit. I still do this. This is still happening to me. And so I can, not only because I worked with Spirit to create it, but firsthand, again, have been doing this. And so, one of the things I think is this Aries full moon is prompting us to do is like doing the things that we want without that sense of, like I said last week, like that sense of, oh my God, like, what if no one buys it? Or, oh my God, what if no one shows up? I did a thing a week ago on a Wednesday that one person showed up out of the people that registered. Whatever. It's like that one person needed it. Like, it's just trusting and having that faith and not reading more into it than really what's there. It's like somebody showed up. That was fine. So anyways, friends, let us know, how are you stepping into what you want to do? What fear, what worry, what anxiety did you face in this full moon energy? And what are you doing as a result of loving and looking at that thing that's preventing you from living your life the way you want? So we love you. And we hope you have a good week, and we see you soon.
Yes. Love you. Thanks for listening.
We hope we gave you something to support your journey.
Check out our Facebook or Instagram page to connect with us.
Have a great week.